Hello and welcome. Here we are to the third part of trading like a pro at blackbeardogtrading.com. And I just entered a sell position for the USD JPY, and it is based on patterns that we learned yesterday already, for which I gave you a printout. And I just want to quickly reiterate that learning these patterns isn't nowhere near as difficult as you can tell, as you think. For example, here we have very clearly a double bottom, and just like the specifications require that you wait for the neck right here, which is right here, to be surpassed, but of course, which was right here, and then you would enter a buy position, but based on other conditions which you have to incorporate, obviously. We are kind of stuck right here, pardon me, on a resistance level. And sure enough, it retraced down and then it went below right here. And so that it went below the indicator, excuse me. And so that told me to enter a sell position, which currently I did. We'll see how and what, but that's where we are right now. Now, per the same charts, if I look at my 1 hour chart for the same currency pair, here too, you can very clearly see a double bottom right here. And again, the same concept applies. I wait for it to surpass the neck, but I got a resistance level right here that it has to cross before it will continue up. Well, it never made it past the resistance level, and sure enough, it retraced right here, telling me that it is going down. Now, at the weekly chart, just the same. You can tell by looking at the weekly chart, I actually, right here, have a head and shoulder with the neckline being right here. So in this case, to confirm this long term, I have to wait until price dips below right here. And in fact, here too, I have a support level. It needs to go further down before I have an actual confirmation. But that's a long time away, because obviously this is weekly updated as opposed to daily, hourly, minute, whatever have you. So, can you see those patterns? Yes, you can. You just have to learn them, and then you have to apply them, and practice makes perfect. And that is all there's to it. Practice. Practice till you're blue in the face. That goes for everything. Now, that said, yesterday I was going to show you how the market watch list, it becomes an overlay when you move it from either the default left side, or you could lock it in on the right side. But if you place it where I place it or anywhere else on the chart, it now is a what's the word I'm looking for here? It is now an overlay, and this is clearly, oops, let me get out of this. This is clearly evident by when I move my chart. Watch this. You see how it goes behind and then it pops back up over there? It's a bit of a pain in the butt, but I learned to live with it, and I learned to circumvent. If, for example, I open up a new chart like Australia dollar, New Zealand dollar, see what's going on, I have plenty of room right here to move this around and see how and what change prices and what not to do my analysis. So I just wanted to relate that to you. One additional tool that I'm also using is that I automatically update all my prices at the same time for when I'm interested, when I see analysis that I like, and I want to prepare myself for a possibility of trading. Let me show you what I mean with that. For example, let's just say, based on this chart here, the Euro JPY seems to get a lot of volume right now. So I move it here, and you see all my charts instantly updated. And now again, here you go. Immediately on my 30-minute chart here, immediately, I always pick this. I don't know why. Immediately, I see here a double bottom, and the neckline is right here. Now, for this to become a buy position, price will have to move this way first. My nearest resistance level is here, so that leads me quite a bit of leadway to make a good piece of profit. I go to my 1 hour chart, and it's confirming that trend. Here is again a double bottom, again with the neckline here, and the same concept applies. Price has to go there first before I can consider a buy, and I have to pay attention. My next resistance level is here, so, and then the next one is here. So I have levels to go by, but you see how this works. Again, on my Euro Japanese chart, Japanese yen chart, I also have a head and shoulder right here. So it is not so difficult. And again, neckline here, gotta wait for the price to move here. My support level, next support level is here. So it's a repeat process, and it really isn't all that difficult. You just have to apply yourself, and you be able to get that with no problem. Now, there are a lot of things that you can do to help you, and learning the patterns help you to be a successful trader. And I firmly believe that if you stick to just those 10 patterns and nothing else, you will do just fine. You will be a successful trader. Now, pay attention as well. For example, here, I am currently minus $79, 71, bounces back and forth. There are instances that price will first dip below, even though this is a clear indication of us having a double bottom, and price needs to go up here for us to enter a buy position. I chose the opposite. Be careful with that. That may not always work, because at times price will first dip to support, which is right here, and I traced this all the way, and that's kind of exactly where we are. And then it may bounce back and it retrace, and then it may cross through. So, and that may very well be the case here now as well. So you have to pay attention. You need to analyze, you need to do your research. And in fact, I think as of today, you should no longer call yourself a trader or a speculator. You should call yourself an analyst, because really that's what you're doing. And it's your job to analyze price to as much detail as possible, so that you have a clear view of what you need to do. Enter a trade, if you're in a trade, exit a trade, so forth and so on. Now, I entered my trade here, and automatically it installed, also set up my stop loss and my take profit. Now, this is also what successful traders do, and I will talk in depth about this in the next video. But again, I wanted to show you about patterns, and that it actually works. You just have to learn it. I mean, look, here's another example before I hang up. I just can't let go. Look at this. This is as clear a double bottom as you can get. Now, the difference here is that the neckline is down, and that's ideal. And sure enough, what happened? Nice little run, huh? Yeah, you need to look at it. You need to analyze it. You need to. Now, if you still think that this is too difficult for you to master, you can always buy software that will do this for you. But, I don't like leaving my trading analysis to other individuals because they programmed it and I don't know what they're thinking, what they're seeing. Their thoughts may not align with my thinking. So I like to do my own analysis. Like I said, it's not so hard to do. Just practice and you'll get it. And the potential and the rewards are well worth the effort. Now, with that said, there is one thing that I am working on at the moment. I haven't been able to do it yet, but I would like to somehow create a double market list, but call it a watch list. For example, if I'm doing research on, let's say, the USD CNH or China One, and let's just hypothetically say that this currency pair, based on my analysis here and based on the news that I read about it, is something I'm interested in trading, but it isn't there just yet. Well, let's take the Euro JPY. That's actually a prime example. We are currently sitting at a bottom, at a double bottom. For the hourly chart, we're currently sitting at a head and shoulders for the weekly chart, and we're currently sitting at a double bottom for the 30-minute chart, my trading chart. So now I would like to, because I never trade more than one trade at a time. Never. I minimize my risk that way, and I'll talk about that in future videos as well. But I would like to keep this on the back burner because clearly there is something brewing here. Unfortunately, with MetaTrader 4, it doesn't have the option to create an additional watch list that I could have on my chart where I could move this to and ever so often take a quick gander of what the market is doing, what price is doing. Unfortunately, I'm left to old school technology, which is I have to write it down on a little piece of paper and make sure along the way, as I'm going about my business, that I don't lose that piece of paper. So I'm working on it. We'll see if I'm able to achieve it. And if I do, I will obviously incorporate it in my charts. Now, I hear you already saying, well, there are software programs, platform trading programs that do that, that allow you to do that. And you're right. I'm not arguing that. Absolutely. I just like MetaTrader 4. It's the very first platform I started trading with 15 years ago. Oanda, the broker, is a very good broker. I never had any problems with them, none whatsoever. Good support, good everything. I have no reason to change. I like this program. It's relatively easy to master, which is definitely a plus. It's also easy to navigate. Other platforms, they just become too complex, too sophisticated. And I know that if I apply myself and in due time, that I could learn these programs just like I mastered MT4. However, I have a second reason why I'm sticking with MT4, and that is that most of the tools that I've already shared with you, I developed myself. And that is a programming language that is not transferable to any other trading platform, which means I would have to find a way to convert that or start programming all over. And I'm not interested in doing that. So this is it for today. So as always, have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe and God bless.